Halloween greetings! Today I'm in the cemetery beside Carver cottage, where I'm going to be meeting a friend I haven't seen for a while. I will now go pick up the guest of honor for this cozy kind of picnic. My friend is for me a dear Halloween friend that I always look forward to meet. And this year I want to introduce him to you. I was fortunate to meet him one lonely night when I was carving pumpkins. You can say that he suddenly appeared in my carving, and since then we have been best fall friends. My friend has been featured on art prints and even a t-shirt. He's very beloved and his name is Pumpie-Dooh, a little pumpkin boy with a big heart. On this beautiful October day, I'm going to carve him on my pumpkin and he's going to be lit up, so stay tuned because it's going to be a cozy time. I am going to get started by painting him onto the pumpkin before I carve him. I'm using a random selection of tools and I paint with ink. Pumpie-Dooh always requests me to tell him a special story every Halloween where he is the main character. And this year he was excited to become a part of the legend of Sleepy Hollow. So I had to think for a while. So sit down, and as I am working on the pumpkin, I'm going to tell you the whole story. If you have heard the legend of Sleepy Hollow, you know it's a tale with sleepless nights to follow. It grew to be very old, and time made the legend change. The horseman retired with all the things that used to be strange. Left was just this one little creature, said to be his son. A pumpkin head he had, with vines so pretty in a bun. He was walking in the forest most each and every night. People claimed they saw him. They said his eyes were glowing bright. Since he had an infamous father, he was a very troubled lad. People were afraid of him and thought he was exactly like his dad. As soon as he was seen, they would run away as quickly as they could. It made him want to hide behind the biggest tree in the entire wood. His head was gently hollowed. There lived a tiny crow. He found him during winter, deep buried in the snow. He used to sing him lullabies, but only ghosts did fall asleep. They turned into shining powder, very easy with a broom to sweep. He swept it all together, put it in his oldest jars. He knew it would look cozy when they sparkled like the stars. It gave him much more pleasant light, so he could learn to read. The crow was always teaching, as a thank you for his deed. He wished he lived inside a book, a story that was his. Then people would be fond of him. It was his dearest wish. He only had one single book, but always wanted more. Maybe at the library he could borrow up to 4. You could not bring a pumpkin in. That is what the bird had heard. He could have left it at the door, but the thought was just absurd. Because he had a pumpkin head, they thought he was a freak, but he was just a gentle soul and not an evil creep. You see, the only time he was himself was the night of Halloween. The children loved his spooky clothes. It looked like taken from a dream. Children loved to follow him around for trick-or-treating. So impressed by what he did, they loved his spooky greeting. They could not see he was not human. Better not to tell. The crow inside his head was great, so was his woodsy smell. He held their hands and off they went, he took them past the bridge. The ghosts were glowing in his jars, the air felt like a fridge. The atmosphere was cold and nice, so filled with spooky giggles. A normal day was not like this. It is weird how fast it wiggles. Halloween was halfway done, the day of monster madness. Soon there is no more to do, it's the end of candid gladness. They reached the oldest house in town, the old Van Tassel farm. He handed out their candy corn with warm and friendly charm. He recognized the pumpkin boy with his sweet familiar look. "You were my handsome scarecrow, the one that the headless horseman took." He dropped his jaw, got so surprised for all of those years. Could not believe the horseman lied, right into his ears. He asked him kindly and polite, "Can I have my old job back? I have seen your fields with birds and bats, how sneaky they attack." The morning after Halloween he had a new career. Not anymore the scary one, just one they all held dear. He did a good and tidy job, kept all the birds away. Except his feathered friend, of course. He always let him stay. They baked a lot of bread for him, always served with homemade honey. The Van Tassel name was known for that, to fill an empty tummy. From then he went by many names, that friendly little fellow. Each day fit his funny style, that was spooky, brown and yellow. A new and friendly legend was spread throughout the Sleepy Hollow. No more scary nightmares left, only happiness was to follow. If you walk today a woodsy path, you still might hear a boo. Do not be scared, it's only him. His name is Pumpie-Dooh. And as the Pumpie-Dooh jack-o'-lantern glows, we thank you for watching this short little story. I am happy you now have gotten better acquainted with my dear fall friend. It's bittersweet saying bye for now after such a cozy visit, but I know, because I can feel it in all my bones, that I will soon see him again. wishing you all a happy Halloween.
Good night, Pumpie-Dooh.